This just in, we are actively cheering for our own obsolescence. As business owners, we are completely obsessed with replacing every single human interaction in our companies with highly efficient, perfectly agreeable robots. We use chatbots to write our emails, algorithms to screen our resumes, and virtual assistants to pretend we have customer service. According to a deeply sobering new article by Dr. Monica Vilhauer, this obsession is the final, brutal stage of a process that started 500 years ago. Consumer culture has spent centuries systematically dismantling the human connections that once held us together, demanding that we become isolated, self-made productivity machines. Now, artificial intelligence is arriving to finish the job. We think we are buying revolutionary efficiency, but what we are actually buying is total isolation. Before you fire your entire staff and replace them with a glowing prompt box, we need to look at exactly what you are quietly destroying in the name of speed and why tech billionaires are currently laughing at you. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Vicky Sidler, a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing strategist from the Strategic Marketing Tribe. And I help small business owners like you build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of efforts that drives 80% of the results. All so that your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. I believe your absolute greatest competitive advantage is simply sounding undeniably human. Because, let's be honest, if you are using AI to generate endless piles of generic marketing slop just to hit an imaginary quota, you are actively driving your clients away. You need to do less, but do it better. So download my 5-minute marketing fix to strip the robotic jargon out of your sales funnels so you can connect with your buyers using undeniable, authentic human clarity. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, what happens to the accidental village? If you walk into a modern corporate office today, the most terrifying thing you will notice is the absolute dead silence. 15 years ago, if you were stuck on a problem, you leaned over your desk and asked a coworker. If you needed a specific word for a report, you called an editor. If you were stressed at 2 a.m., you called a friend. Dr. Vilhauer calls this the accidental village. These were the ordinary, irreplaceable human beings we stumbled into on the way to getting things done. But today, we do not lean over our desks. We open a new tab and ask ChatGPT. In 3 seconds flat, the machine gives us the answer. It is completely reasonable, highly efficient, and entirely devoid of friction. But when you add up thousands of these tiny frictionless interactions, something deeply irreplaceable quietly disappears. AI is making our accidental clan completely unnecessary. It is doing it with ruthless, quiet efficiency. But the most dangerous part isn't that we are replacing our friends with software. The real nightmare is what corporate America expects us to do with all this newly discovered free time. Which begs the question, why is efficiency marketing making us miserable? Well, for the last 500 years, consumer culture has aggressively pushed a highly toxic, deeply exhausting narrative down our throats. The message has always been identical. Do more, make more, acquire more, and never stop grinding. There is always another metric to hit and another reason why today is not the day to slow down. When our ancestors lived in actual villages, it only took them about 3 or 4 hours of work a day to meet all of their needs. The rest of the day was spent lounging, talking, and simply existing with other people. But modern consumer culture has a very different plan for the time AI saves you. If a chatbot shaves 4 hours off your daily workload, corporate culture demands that you immediately pour those 4 hours straight back into more productivity. Consumer culture will ask you to accomplish twice as much, completely isolated from your peers, all while telling you that you are winning the game. But you do not actually have to play their rigged game. If that's true, how do you actually escape the productivity trap? We have completely forgotten that human beings originally designed tools to give us our lives back, not to chain us to our desks. You are standing at a massive inflection point. The time AI gives back to you is genuinely yours to decide about. You can hand it straight back to the corporate meat grinder and watch it disappear into more mindless striving. Or you can do something incredibly radical. You can just stop working. You can use the machine to do the tedious tasks, and then you can close your laptop and go find your people. If your marketing currently feels like a miserable second job, you are doing it completely wrong. You need an urgent, necessary weapon to survive a world obsessed with doing too much. So get my 5-minute marketing fix. It acts as a rapid diagnostic tool to help you focus exclusively on the 20% of marketing that gets 80% of the results. It strips out the useless, automated busy work so you can finally step away from the screen and rejoin the human race. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Have you actually noticed this accidental village disappearing in your own industry? I'll go first. I honestly haven't fallen into this trap yet. I'm still incredibly quick to talk to real humans, mostly because I've spent years building a strong network that I deeply trust. I would rather ask them than a hallucinating algorithm. But maybe I'm the outlier. Okay, your turn. When you get stuck on a hard problem, do you default to the robot or do you still ping a real person? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.